Yeah, this is Black Light. Now I said I was going to introduce y'all to some of the books that I have. I got this from Pakistani Islamic publications. See, a lot of brothers, y'all only go by what the white man feeds y'all. He not gonna never give you the truth about anything. This is how he keeps dividing and conquering you. Now, this book right here, Philosophy of Islamic Law and the Orientalists. You see, for you brothers who's not into Islam and don't know what it really represents, you got the Orthodox Muslims and you got the Nation of Islam, right? A whole lot of brothers in the Orthodox Muslims, a lot of them used to be that's talking against the Nation of Islam. They used to be in the Nation of Islam. And a whole lot of Caucasians, Islamic countries, are occupying those states, those nations over there, like Turkey. The majority of those in Turkey are Caucasians. The majority of those in Iran are Caucasian. You got a lot of Muslim Russians. You got a lot of Ukrainian Muslims. Uh, that's our Caucasians. You have a lot of Asian Caucasians. I mean, Asian Muslims, rather. Excuse me. Asian Muslims in Malaysia. And you have a lot of Aboriginal African Muslims. See, because white people calling themselves Africans now, Afrikaners or whatever. They calling themselves African Americans. Now, young was just coming up, just listening to Seti. See, y'all didn't, like, I'm in Detroit. I don't even know if Seti was born during the 67 riots. If he was, he barely could walk. But you don't know what your ancestors in modern time, your modern day ancestors in the 20th century, you don't know, uh, some of us are still living. Like myself, your elder, I'm still living. Now, I didn't go through the changes that my father went through with the Caucasian. His plight was harder than mine. And he made it somewhat easier for me, but we still had to physically fight these devils. I was walking down. I had to get a job way out, and I was looking for a job at I think it was a Chrysler plant way out. I think it was Plymouth Road somewhere, and the buses didn't even run out that way. So me and my friend, we was out there looking for it, trying to get a job, and the buses only went so far. And then we got off the bus and walked the rest of the way. And the devils, Caucasian devils, seen us walking and started shooting at us, man. Shooting at us. And we was on a street, and he was the guy was missing us and hitting houses. So we thinking that the other whitey's gonna come out and say something, but they was peeping out their windows, and we was hiding behind trees getting shot at, man. Said he never experienced that kind of stuff, and probably his uncles and cousins ain't experienced that in Detroit. You know, when I first moved over on the west side, over on Wilderman and Finkel, back in 1956, I was 10 years old, and it was whiteys up there going all up and down Finkel, uh, calling us niggas. And we was little, man, 10, 11, 12. We had to fight grown men. I ain't gonna go through all the stories, man, about living in Detroit. You think because some of the brothers lived down south, that Detroit was different. Nah, man, because when we used to go to the state fair, we just walk on up there. It wasn't that far. It was on Woodward. We cut through Palmer Park. Go to Puritan, take Puritan to Hamilton, take Hamilton to Palmer Park, go over to Woodward, and walk to 7 Mile. After you hit 7 Mile, it's the state fair. And when we get in there, it run nothing but white people in there, and the white boys would try to chase us out of there. When we got a little bit older, in our teens, we go up there and chase them out. Police have to come up there, man. Be riots. It was riot at the state fair. Said he ain't never experienced nothing like that. By the time he got to be a teenager, whatever, here in Detroit, he was way on the west side, where it once was white people, and we ran their asses back towards Telegraph. Black Light. Stay tuned for part 2 of this.